Ready for another kickoff here tonight, as we're having some kind of microphone problems right now. So Somerset will start from their own 35-yard line to begin tonight's football game. At quarterback is Johnny Kane, as Kane will line them up with the split back to the right side. And the first handoff of the football game, Somerset gets hardly any yardage at all, as number 45, Chris Gross, is hit right at the line of scrimmage and stacked up. The officials have a timeout here momentarily. So Somerset will have the ball, second down, and basically 10 yards to go from their own 35-yard line. Kane now has a full house backfield. And the pitch wide to the left side goes to John Perkins, and Perkins is hit and stopped after he gets about a yard.
And boy, I'll tell you, Don, if Ted Engle isn't ready to play a football game tonight, I don't know who is. He and Derek Raines nearly killed the first ball carrier, and Ted's in on the big tackle beginning on the second ball carrier. It's going to be third and long, and the Red Hounds look like they are fired like I've never seen before this season.
So third down and 9 yards to go now. As we continue to have some kind of phone that, and Somerset on a long third down play, 3rd and 9. Kane to throw. Kane looking, he has plenty of time. The left-hander fires it incomplete. The pass was intended for tight end Scott Lynch, and so Somerset at their own 36-yard line will have the ball 4th down and 9 yards to go. So Corbin does the proper thing when Somerset comes out from their 35-yard line on the first series of plays. That's as far as they get, 1 yard up to the 36, and they'll be kicking the football. They have a very good kicker now in Newby. Back at the 25, he booms it out of there, and Hinderlight will watch it hit around the 35 and rolls out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line, Don, and what didn't appear to be that much of a good punt, he seemed to have it end over end and not too high. At least he was able to place it out of bounds and to avoid the return. But the Red Hounds have fairly good field position here as they begin their first offensive series, and I'll tell you, if it's anything like the defensive series, they're going to be real proud of it.
Corbin gets the ball for the first time tonight at their own 32-yard line. Gilmore, the quarterback. And he'll deal on the first play to Kennedy, and Kennedy almost cracked out of there.
Oh, really? That was a fine run. Kennedy came through the line very low, like we talked about him running before, and got some momentum as he was behind his wall of blockers to the right-hand side and picked up some extremely positive yardage there. Real good run by Brent Kennedy.
He got 7 yards on that play. Brent Kennedy is averaging 10 yards per carry, and he takes the ball up to the 39-yard line, where Corbin will have it 2nd down and 3. Full house backfield again with both ends in tight. The handoff is given to Jackson. He'll be taken down behind the line, a loss of 3, back to the 36-yard line.
That time, Don, the blocking broke down a little bit, and Somerset came through with the quickness of their smaller linemen and were able to drag Jackson down for a loss. So it's going to put us in a 3rd down, 5-yard situation, and right now would be a good time to start your passing game.
We might correct, we found out that number 50 out there in that white helmet is Chris Judd. Judd starting at a tackle position to the left side for Corbin. So Corbin now has it 3rd down and 5, and Gilmore back to throw, looking for Corey Reeves, way over his head, incomplete. Good idea, but a little too hefty with the arm.
Yeah, Corey had beaten the defensive backs. He'd gotten past them in the secondary, but Brian overthrew him by a good 15 yards, and we had no chance to complete that. So we'll be in a punting situation here.
Just getting underway in this championship game now. Both teams have had 1 try at it offensively, averaging 33 yards per kick. Number 10 for Corbin, Mark Hinderlight, will be in punt formation. Dangerous return men back for Somerset in Perkins and Jones. A nice kick all the way down to the 31-yard line. And on the return, this is Eric Jones, and Jones goes down, but Somerset will have good field position up near their 45-yard line.
And the tackle was made by the big offensive tackle, Joel Carpenter, as he got down the field on the punt coverage. Ted Engel made the initial lick, but he ran through that and got it on out to about their 45-yard line. And so we once again gear up for an important defensive series.
Somerset with their 2nd offensive series right at the 45-yard line, and now the officials will stop the clock. Confer out there, not sure what it's all about, but they're ready to go now. Somerset from their 45-yard line with the back, or end it is, Lynch split to the right side. And they'll give it to Jones, and Jones tries to find a wall of blocking. He'll get about 3 yards to the 48.
And we seem to be determined, Don, to stop that run up the middle that they hurt us so badly with in the 3rd quarter and the first part of the 4th quarter over at Somerset. And we've made the proper adjustments. At least it appears that way here in the first 2 series of downs, as they've gotten very little from tackle to tackle.
A 3-yard gain to the 48-yard line. So Somerset now 2nd down and 7. Same formation as a moment ago. Full house backfield this time. It's Lynch split to the right side. Kane on the give, again to Jones. Jones across midfield into Corbin territory, taken down at the 49, and a pickup of about 3 more yards.
And now we'll see if our adjustments have paid off, because it was always on 3rd down and yardage such as this, maybe 3-4 yards, that they were able to pick up the critical 1st down over at Somerset. Tonight we're going to get a test early to see if we can prevent that.
Somerset in Corbin territory at the 49-yard line will have it 3rd down and 4 for the 1st down. Eric Jones, number 34, goes wide to the left out of that backfield. Kane stands up, checks the Corbin defense. And here's the 3rd down call. Kane fakes, he'll keep. Kane around in, will be taken down very close to a 1st down at about the Corbin 45.
And this is what we spoke of earlier. You know, they used 3 downs, all 3 downs, to pick up 1st down after 1st down after 1st down at Somerset. And it could very well be that they have picked up a 1st down here. So we're going to have to be able to stop that. They can control the football the entire game in that manner.
So Somerset has the first down of this football game. They have the ball down to the Corbin 45-yard line. It's Lynch wide right. Again, a full house backfield for number 10, Johnny Kane, 6', 180-pound senior quarterback. Kane pitches this time to Perkins. A flag goes down as Perkins got his wheels a-turning and got it almost to the Corbin 36-yard line.
Unless I have missed my guess, I think they were holding our outside, our cornerback on that side. It appeared that way to me. It was a crackback block. It was a below-the-knees block, so they're going to bring that back.
And a break because that was a 9-yard gain by number 22, John Perkins, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. So wipe out the gain and step off the penalty from the line of scrimmage, which will put the ball back into Somerset territory. It's a 15-yarder, goes all the way back to the 41-yard line. And Somerset now will have it first down and 25 for the first down.
And this time, Don, they are going to have to go to something a little different from tackle to tackle because they're going to have to get a good bit more distance than the first time. So I expect them to open up a little bit here.
They will send Rob Newby, 6'3" senior, wide to the left at end. In the slot is Perkins. On 1st and 25, Kane is under, and Kane's back to throw. He reverses his field now and looking down over the middle, throws it into the ground for Lynch. It is no good. Incomplete pass.
Only because it was a bad toss, Don. They had the gap. They had the seam where the open receiver was there. But Kane is not a very good passer, and as I said over at Somerset, and he's very erratic, and the more passing situations that we can put him in, the better off we're going to be.
We have him now in a 2nd down and 25 at the 41-yard line. In the opening period of this championship game for Region 4, no score, 6 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Again, Lynch to the right. Perkins is in the slot. Kane calls. He's back to throw, reversing to his right this time. Kane on the run. He'll look. He'll be hit and taken down by Ted Engel, who got his leg as he manages just to get across the line of scrimmage.
And Ted Engel, to this point, has played an inspiring football game. He's made several tackles, been in on punt return coverage, and made several tackles at the line of scrimmage, and that was a big one there because he could have gone for substantial yardage had he got by Ted. It's going to put him in 3rd and very long passing situation.
3rd down and 24 yards to go. He got they put it right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. So 3rd and 25 for Somerset from their own 41-yard line. Split backfield to the left side as Kane's rolling to his left now. The southpaw will fire very long. It's up in the air for grabs and is caught, and Somerset will have a touchdown. How about that? Corbin had two players on Perkins, and yet Perkins caught a 59-yard pass and Somerset scores.
Yeah, that was just a takeaway. He took the football away from the two Corbin players. They just simply didn't go after it as strongly as he did, and he came up with it, and just as I said, the kid wasn't a very good passer. He throws one a mile long and score a touchdown on it, but really that pass should have never been completed.
Not with that kind of coverage. And instead of going for the interception, or rather, instead of trying to knock it away, they went for the interception. And in doing so, it was Perkins, the bigger of the two, 59 yards, and Somerset's on the board with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go in this first period. They hit with the long one. Now the try for the point after touchdown by Lynch. He's a good kicker, and he demonstrates that right here. He kicks it up and in, and now with 5:32 to go in the opening period, we have a timeout with the score. Somerset 7, Corbin nothing. More like what we expected over at Somerset, that big play from them. Corbin was making the big play over there, but this one was very big here in this playoff game, and Somerset leads it by 7-0 as Lynch will be kicking off. He has quite a leg. Let's see how far he can get it downfield. He'll take only a couple of steps. Very high. As a matter of fact, it's kind of dangerous. Hickman goes for it. Hickman gets it. Now Hickman trying to find some running room, and he'll bring it up across the 30 to about the 31. I think that Mr. Lynch's intentions there, not to kick long, but to try to cause something to happen, and it almost did.
It certainly was. He was kicking away from Kennedy, and which is a very smart move on their part, and kicking it more towards some of the more inexperienced players that we have. And Hickman made good recovery there. It was a little bit scary there for a minute when he let that ball go through his arms.
27-yard line is where that football is right now. Corbin has their second offensive series, but they've been stunned. Let's see if they can bounce back right here. Fumble by the quarterback, Gilmore. The ball's still free. Somerset has the football.
Well, that we cannot afford. That is a luxury that we just simply cannot afford. If we're going to fumble that football this evening, it's going to be a very, very long evening. I don't know. I think they're giving it back to us, but I sure didn't think we got it.
I didn't see a red jersey on it at any time, but I like the call, obviously. Somerset fans are booing in unison.
They may have called him down, and I think we're going to get a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct on the Somerset bench.
They kept searching for that football, Bill. I don't see how it could have been called down.
Well, I don't really see how it could have either. I think I would have got one unsportsmanlike penalty called on me if I'd been the Somerset coach, and maybe two.
Last year, of course, we debated quite a bit in that playoff game what happened over here on a fumble. They picked it up and took it in, but now they've earned their touchdown, and they get the ball more or less taken away from them when it looked like a white jersey was on top of it. But Corbin will have possession as they get good field position out of this penalty.
We're going to need some concentration on this snap from center. These kids have got to get this down pat a little better than what they've exhibited over the last few games, and if they don't, we're going to have a long, long evening.
Well, we're at our own 41 now. This is the furthest upfield Corbin has been, and they'll have the wide out Grigsby to the left side. It's Gilmore to throw over the middle for Corey Reeves. He has the catch down inside the 45-yard line of Somerset.
And that's what we need to see a great deal more of. We need to open this offense up. We're not the type of team that has to run tackle to tackle this year. We have the ability to open it up and gain big yardage at times on first down, and that's what we need to do.
That is the 18th pass reception this year for Corey Reeves, a big one there that gets Corbin into Somerset territory at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. Now the backfield is straight away as Gilmore calls, and Gilmore gives to Jackson. Jackson bursting off that right side, digging in for 3 yards, and then he'll be ridden down.
Yeah, good inside run, good hard run by Darian Jackson, and the throwing on first down will allow us to do this a little more often. If they will allow them to stack in there at 9 people on the line of scrimmage, we're just fooling ourselves to think that we can run on that type of a defense. So we can open it up a little bit, and we're going to be able to run a little bit better as well as throw.
2nd down and 7 after that 3-yard gain by Darren Jackson, number 22. Now the pitch goes to Kennedy. Kennedy tried to cut the corner. He gets across the line of scrimmage a couple of yards, and that's about it.
Somerset defense strung it out very well as he tried to sweep the right side. The blocking broke down just a little bit, and he wasn't able to turn the corner. We got a little bit of yardage, but we're in a 3rd down, probably 5 yards.
Kennedy put us in that ball game at Somerset with that streaking run to start it over there. And now Corbin will be looking at 3rd down and 5 for the first down as they have the ball at the Somerset 39-yard line. The Redhounds' second offensive series, 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the initial period as Somerset leads this ball game by 7-0. Gilmore back to throw. They're getting in on him, but he gets it to Grigsby down the sideline. Grigsby is out of bounds, but it'll be a Corbin first down.
Real nice pass that time by Brian Gilmore to Mervo Grigsby, and Mervo gathered it in and picked up the big first down. We can spray this football around. We've got Mervo Grigsby, we've got Brent Kennedy, we've got Corey Reeves, all excellent receivers, and we're going to move the football if we continue to run this type of offense.
12-yard pass play for Corbin's 3rd first down of this ball game. Not too worried about Corbin's offense. They're averaging almost 22 points per ball game. It's the defense that's been leaky, just as a moment ago when that long pass was completed.
That's true, Don. And that pass, no way, was ever supposed to have been completed. It was thrown way too high. We had double coverage on the man, and for him to be able to take it away from those 2 kids just was uncalled for. They should have knocked it down. There's no way that it should have been completed.
Somerset will call timeout right here as Corbin has a first down at the Somerset 27-yard line. Timeout with 3:27 to go in the initial period, and the score, Somerset 7, Corbin nothing. Corbin needing the offense now to get them back in this ball game, have the ball just around the 27-28-yard line. Kennedy gets the call behind a lot of blocking. Flag goes down as he pushes across the 25.
And we're going to get a holding called on. I think we had a takedown that time as we tried to sweep Brent around the end. Brent's got a cramp here as they're working with him a little bit down on the ground. But I believe our left offensive end took their defensive end to the ground.
So Kennedy will be helped off the field right now as that penalty marker was dropped. And let's hope that that is not a serious injury, because he has been Corbin's leading ground gainer since that Somerset game.
Well, he's going off very gingerly. He's not putting any weight whatsoever on that left foot. It certainly does not look good.
The penalty is against Corbin. So we lose two ways. We lose Kennedy on the play, and we lose a 10-yard penalty. That'll put the ball back up to between the 37 and 38-yard line. Let's call it the 38 right now, as Corbin is set now for first down and 20 to go. 3:15 in the opening period. Brent Jackson, the wide out to the right side. Grigsby in the backfield with Darren Jackson. The quarterback is Brian Gilmore. As he calls and drifts back to throw. They're coming in on him. He's going to have to run. He turns, will head upfield. Nothing but white jerseys in front of him. He takes a hit, but he gets forward across the line of scrimmage to about the 34-yard line.
Brian made a real nice decision. One of the things that they hurt us with over there was their blitzes. They blitzed that time. He was able to get away from it, got to the outside of their containment, cut it back up, and made a very good run. Brian Gilmore picked up a sizable piece of yardage there. Maybe not as much as I thought, but he got us back within striking range of a first down.
Matter of fact, he got 6 yards right there down to the 32-yard line. So Corbin will have it second down and 14. Full house backfield this time. And Gilmore will deal it to Darren Jackson. Darren Jackson, not seeing a hole develop, tries to create one on his own and gets the ball across the 30 to about the 29.
I guess I don't understand that call, but we went off right tackle that time, picked up maybe 2 yards with our power back, and puts us in a third down and 12, where that they will blitz definitely and send everybody they've got this time, so it'll be more difficult to complete a pass now.
We're in the playoff game here from Campbell Field in Corbin on this cold November night. Somerset leading by 7-0. Corbin having the ball at the 30-yard line, third down, and 12 yards to go for the first down. Very big play here. Well, they give it to Brent Jackson, and he goes nowhere. Third down and long, and Corbin gets a yard to the 29-yard line. Now, what do they do at the 29? I think that play kind of fooled everybody but Somerset, so they stopped Corbin right at the 29. The Corbin Redhounds, by way of a holding penalty and short running plays, have dug themselves a hole now at the 29-yard line of Somerset. They have it fourth down and 11. And they're going for it, so you got to get at least 11 to keep this drive alive. A big wall set up for Gilmore. He has the people open, but they can't catch. The ball is knocked down. He threw the ball right on the numbers to Corey Reeves.
Yeah, Corey dropped the football, but that wasn't what stopped this drive, Don. What stopped this drive is we didn't open it up when we had an opportunity there. We just didn't run the right plays. That's all you can say about it. And on that particular play, though, Corey did drop the football. That would have been a first down. So now we're going to have to shore it up on defense here.
Of course, now keep in mind it's very cold, and that ball is quite hard out there right now as the temperatures are, I guess, down around the 30-degree mark. And Somerset takes over at the 29-yard line. So Kane has them out with the wide out to the right side, as Kane will pitch to John Perkins, and Perkins across the 30 to the 35-yard line, and it looks like the Jackets, or the Briar Jumpers, I should say, have the momentum right now.
They certainly do. We're hanging our heads just a little bit. We've got our best football player out of the ball game. We just look like we didn't even, I don't know what we could call that last series of offensive downs, but we're going to have to pick it up right here. We can get blown out of this game before we know it.
Somerset has the capacity to be a very big play team. They have the wide out to the left side this time on second down and 4 from the 35-yard line. Kane will deal it back this time to Jones. Jones cuts upfield. He'll get short yardage, and it doesn't appear that he got enough for the first down as Corbin reacts well.
No, but it's another third down and short, and Somerset has been doing this now against us for about the last 4 quarters. They run 3 downs and get a first down, and we're at the end of this quarter, thank God.
That is it as the clock runs down, and Somerset has done things better in the first period than Corbin. And thus, after 1 period of play, the score is Somerset 7, Corbin nothing. We'll be back with period number 2 in just a moment. Well, the Somerset Briar Jumpers have it third down, a yard to go. The ball at the 38-yard line. Just underway here in the second period of this football game. A fumble by quarterback Kane. That's all that perhaps saved us from them getting a first down.
We have had all of the breaks. There comes Kennedy back in the game, and that's the biggest break of all. But we have had all of the breaks to this point, Don. We got what looked like a fumble called dead, and then we're able to pick up a first down on a 15-yard penalty on that call. And then we get a fumble on their third and short. We've got every break to this point in the game and still trail 7-0.
So we're early in the second period, only 30 seconds gone, and Newby will be in punt formation, standing back inside his own 25-yard line. Here comes the rush, but Hinderlight gets out of the way as Kennedy will watch the ball hit and roll near the 25-yard line and out of bounds.
You know, I was watching Brent Kennedy here. He's walking with just a little bit of a trace of a limp, but I thought when he first went down that he might have had cramps, and I'm hoping that's what all that it was.
Corbin will have the ball at the 26-yard line. So the Red Hound fans across the way that had a lot of enthusiasm need to get right into this game again, Bill, because it's going to take something big to happen here.
Well, we're going to have to kind of get it. The team's going to have to kind of get them into the game by doing something too, and perhaps we'll do that this series of downs.
Kennedy is the wide out to the right side. On the back of the eye this time is Grigsby. Back to throw Gilmore. He's going to be hit and taken down back at the 20-yard line. Almost a face mask.
Yeah, he got him right up around the head, but we also, when we do pass the football, we're going to have to do a better job of picking up their blitzes. They're coming from the outside on us, from the cornerback, from the safety. They're sending about everybody. We haven't got time to throw a long pass, maybe some short passes, a little screen or something that might slow that blitz down a little bit, but they came through clean on that one, and were able to deck Gilmore before he had a chance to throw it.
As a matter of fact, a 7-yard loss back to the 19-yard line, so Corbin's in a hole again as they'll have a double wide out to the right side in Kennedy and Grigsby. 2 of the speedsters on that right side as Gilmore will go down on second down and 17. Here's the blitz again. He throws the ball on the ground, intended for Corey Reeves. Will it be incomplete or will he be called down?
I don't really know what I think they could call it a complete pass, which might have been worse than if it had been incomplete.
Yeah, it's a complete pass back to the original line of scrimmage, so it all rolls out even right there. It'll be third down and 17. So Somerset's blitzed him 2 times in a row and probably 3 coming here.
Well, they did. They blitzed the entire game over at Somerset, every passing situation. That also cuts down on the run, but we've got to learn to pick it up some way.
The pitch back and a quick kick by Grigsby, and let's see where it'll go. It'll roll not too far. Down to the Somerset 41-yard line, and that's where the Briar Jumpers will have the football.
And really, it was a good play call. We were third and very long. We were unable to pick up their blitzes and unable to get off a pass, so the next best thing we can do is put them in to a little adverse field position, and that onside kick didn't allow them any type of return, so we have got them backed up just a little bit.
Well, not too adverse, though. 41-yard line, pretty good field position to start your offense.
Well, yeah, but it could have been worse.
Right, and so Somerset will have their third offensive series to begin at their own 41 as Kane will deal it to Perkins, and Perkins will be tackled after he gets maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, and this is their typical offense that they found that they could run tackle to tackle on us at Somerset, and the first series of defensive downs for us, we were able to stop that. We were able to stack it up. But since that point, they've been able to move the football on us, and all that prevented them from continuing to move it last time was a fumble by the quarterback.
Shannon Farmer stops him at the 44-yard line, a pickup of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 for the Jumpers. Now it's going to be Scott Lynch, wide to the right side. Out of the eye. Jones on the back of the eye right now. And Corbin jumps off sides. Were they drawn off?
No, they weren't. Derek and Jonathan Wells both fired across the line of scrimmage, and this is going to put Somerset in a second down and maybe 2 or 3 yards to go.
So a mistake by Corbin right here will put the ball up to about the 49-yard line. And so Somerset will have it second down and 2 yards for the first down. 9:19 in the opening half of play. Newby comes wide to the left. Gross is the up back out of the wishbone formation. On the 2nd and 1, the handoff will be given to Jones. Jones hit hard as he turns and struggles right at the midfield mark.
Yeah, it's very close to a first down, Don. Maybe just a little bit short, maybe just across the line. And the Red Hounds were attacking him very vigorously, and Tim French came up with a tackle.
So he failed to get that first down as Corbin reacts very well defensively against that speedster, number 34, Eric Jones. And now they're going to find 3rd down and 1 from the midfield stripe. Very short yardage to go. Well, Perkins limping off the field to this side.
Yes, and that'll hurt Somerset somewhat. They're going to call a timeout right here.
They do call a timeout with 8 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in our first half. With timeout, the score is Somerset 7, Corbin nothing. Danville laying it on Newport Catholic right now at their game. And this one right now, Somerset ahead by 7-0. And Somerset gets that first down.
And that was typical. 3 downs and a first down, and of course 1 penalty involved. But they control the football for a good period of time running that type of offense, and I think Coach Kane realizes that. And we're in trouble if we just don't shut them down pretty quick.
A 3-yard gain to the 47-yard line, and the second first down of the game for Somerset. Remember, they had that 59-yard pass play to Perkins for the score that stunned Corbin. Now at the Corbin 47-yard line, Newby comes to the left side as they set in the wishbone formation. Kane deals to Jones, and Jones cracks over the 45, maybe got to the 44, a short gainer.
Yeah, it's going to make it 2nd and about 8, and we really need to keep them in long yardage situations. They'll never throw the football, I don't think, on this play. Of course, Kane does some things that are real strange in his play calling, but the way they've been able to control it, if they pick up 3, 4, 5 yards, then they pick up 3, 4, 5 yards again, they're down in their territory and really moving and controlling the football.
Number 84, Jeff Moran, is getting his headgear worked on over there. They temporarily hold up play as we remind you that you've been watching Corbin Red Hound football here all season long on Channel 19 Southern Cablevision. Brought to you by Pepsi-Cola. Pepsi, the choice of every Corbin generation. Well, the Hounds are in trouble here thus far as Somerset's on the drive. 2nd down and 8 at their 45-yard line at the Corbin 45. Kane now in a closed formation. Pitches back to Jones. Jones cutting outside. He'll lower that head and slide. Not enough for the first down as Brent Jackson, number 5, comes up to get him, but he got good yardage.
Yeah, and guess what, Don? It's 3rd down and short once again, and we've got to make a big play. We can't depend on them to fumble like he did over here the time before, and we've got to make a big defensive play and prevent the first down, and we can't let them get too much closer because Scott Lynch is certainly a threat from anywhere inside the 30-yard line.
He picked up 7 yards on that one at the Corbin 38-yard line now. It's going to be 3rd down, a couple for the first down. Wideouts both ways. Kane gives. No, he keeps, but Kane does get the first down.
Well, we just cannot stop them. It's just unbelievable that they can continue to move this football down the field on us. 3 plays and a first down, 3 plays and a first down, and continue to do that. But they did it over at Somerset for a good period of time before we were able to shut them down over there. And what I depend on more than anything else, perhaps, is the Kane brothers as coaches tend to get down into a position that they've had everything working for them like this, and they think they've set something up and start throwing passes or running reverses. And maybe Coach Kane will oblige us in that direction this time.
I don't think we can wait to block a field goal tonight. We're going to have to make it happen some other way as Corbin has the work cut out for them. Somerset has the ball at the 35-yard line. Long count by Kane. Kane will deal it to Jones. Jones turns his back, actually, and pushes on down to the 31, got 4 yards.
Yes, and they're getting ever closer to field goal territory for Scott Lynch if we are able to stop them. We haven't exhibited any ability to do that to this point.
Well, the worst part of it, too, they're in 4-down territory, and they're averaging some 3 to 4 yards every carry as they continue to move the ball. Got it 4 yards there. From the Corbin 31-yard line now, 2nd down and 6 for the Briar Jumpers. Scott Lynch will move wide to the right side. Kane pitches back to Jones, and here he goes. Something that's been good for our opponents this year, wide left. And he takes it down across the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
And do we have a first down? It's very close. No, it's going to be 3rd down and about 2. That's where they've ended up almost every series of downs, and they haven't had any problem to this point.
3 yards on that one. 3rd down and 2 for Somerset here, but now they're at the Corbin 28. And really, they have 2 downs in which to make 2 yards. Lynch will move wide to the right again. Chris Gross in that backfield along with Jones. Corbin trying to dig in right here. As Kane will pitch it back to Jones, going the other way now, cutting the corner, fighting off. Kennedy finally takes him down at about the 15-yard line.
Don, we're in a whole lot of trouble. We're just they're just dominating the football game from A to Z. We're not even in the football game at this point, and we've got to wake up. We've got to have something that's going to turn it around. We're just in real trouble right now.
So Somerset being more dominant here tonight than they were over here last year. They get 14 yards out of that one. Their 4th first down at the Corbin 14-yard line. Newby comes to the left. Right now you're hoping, of course, that Somerset will make a mistake of some kind to stop their own drive. The Redhounds have not been able to do it defensively. Kane gives. Perkins gains 2 yards to the 12.
And that's typical of their first down. Once again, short yardage, and once again, eating the clock up. They've had it now for nearly 5 minutes and moved the football from their own 41 down to about our 10-yard line, and plenty of time left for them to score and eat up another minute or so, too.
Got 3 yards to the 11, and obviously they are within field goal range easily of Scott Lynch. But they're not even thinking of field goal the way they're moving the ball offensively now on 2nd down and 7. Newby comes this way at end. And Kane's in trouble. Kane will go down. Grigsby got back there, but there was some mishandling in the backfield, I believe.
There was. The play seemed to be bungled somewhat, and I'm not sure that wasn't some type of trick play like we were talking about for Kane to have set up, and that was what we needed desperately. And Mervo Grigsby came through to make the tackle. Mervo Grigsby and Shannon Farmer, and we've got them in a 3rd down and long situation at least. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't put it in the air if I were them, but they might.
Well, they're at the 16-yard line. They lost 5 yards. 3rd down and 12 for the first down. Slot formation to the left side. Kane pitches. No, he fakes the pitch. He throws. He's got Newby, and he may go. No, he's tackled by Hinderlight as he crosses the 5-yard line.
And it looks like it's going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line, or maybe not. Let's see here. Yeah.
He got 12 yards. Very close to the first down. Very close. And 4th down and very short, and they're going to go for it because they haven't been denied this short yardage all night.
But I've got a good feeling about this one, and I'm glad to see them go for it. I don't want that other 3 points on the scoreboard.
All right, here it is, 4th down. Less than a yard to go, and Corbin jumps offside, so that's pretty easy to make it that way. The Redhounds are not playing good football. They give Somerset a first down. That'll be half the distance to the goal line, put the ball to the 2-yard line.
Just very poor concentration at a moment like this. When we need it more than any other time, we decide to play Santa Claus and give them a first down inside our 5-yard line. And now it's going to be virtually impossible to stop them scoring.
What we see developing now is a 2-touchdown deficit. And thus far tonight, Corbin hasn't done anything that would give you the idea that they can come back. They're going to have to turn it around. 1st and goal from the 2. Kane gives, and easily into the end zone goes Perkins.
Well, that was just like you would draw it up on the board. They took the football at their 41-yard line and stuffed it down our throat all the way down the field and on into the end zone. And certainly they look superior at this point in the football game. If we don't wake up, we're going to be so far down that we can't come back.
Running very hard and fast. Perkins runs with confidence as he knew that he was going to get in there. And so they go up by 13-0, and Lynch will be attempting the point after. That touchdown coming with 2 minutes and 16 seconds here in the first half. A completely dominated half by the Somerset Briar Jumpers. We're in playoff competition. The loser will say bye-bye. The season's over. So the kick is up, and it's way out of the ballpark. It's good. 14-0 Somerset with 2:16 to go in the first half. Lynch barely moves back from the football when he kicks off. Let's see what he'll do here. Very high. Oh, very short. Got to watch it, Hickman. It is caught and fumbled, and where's the ball?
Out of bounds. Out of bounds, and thank goodness. And they really put a lick on Hickman. He's hurt over on the sidelines there, but that was a well-conceived play. They know that Tim has not had a great deal of experience, and they're kicking the football to him over there, putting him in a very vulnerable situation with that high kickoff. And I think he could have called for a fair catch, but, you know, Tim's not played a great deal of football, and he's not aware of that, and he's given it his best effort out there. But we were very fortunate the football went out of bounds and gave us some very, very good field position. We're out to about our 37 there, and we have a chance to open it up.
Well, at the 37, but the time does not favor Corbin with only 2:15 to go in the first half, and Hickman did take a real lick as the ball was coming down. So Somerset has a very good game plan on that kickoff, and I don't know they're so worried about our return. I think they think that they can put us in trouble doing just what they're doing.
That's true, and what we've got to do in return, we've got to knock those guys down before they can get to that ball carrier over there. We've got about 8 people lined up across the field here, 6, 8 people, and somebody's going to have to hit somebody and knock them down to keep them from getting to that ball carrier receiver before the ball gets there.
Far too early to give up on their comeback, but over at Somerset, let's face it, we've given up, thinking that that ball game was over. Here we're down by 2 touchdowns, far from over, but we need a spark before halftime.
We certainly do. We at least need to get to halftime no worse off than we are. We've got enough time, but it's just a shame that we have to wait and put ourselves in this position.
From the 37, 1st and 10. Slot formation to the right side. Gilmore rolling to pass. He has time. He's throwing for Grigsby. He should have it. He does. And he's out of bounds near the 42-yard line of Somerset.
And that time they gave Brian Gilmore a good bit of time to throw the football. And Somerset went into somewhat of a prevent defense. And, of course, my theory is that when you go into prevent defense, you prevent yourself from winning a lot of times.
Yeah, I love prevent defenses. It seems to give you gains of 15 to 18 yards. So on that particular play, it gives Corbin a gain of 21 yards. Well, they've spotted it at the 44-yard line of 19 yards and the 4th first down of the football game. The slot formation goes to the left side now. As Gilmore's back to throw, they're trying to blitz in on him. They're holding up pretty good now. He's going to run with it. He better go hard. He turns and goes out of bounds after a good gainer, and that will stop the clock.
Right, and a good decision by Brian Gilmore. You know, it's supposed to stop the clock. It just now stopped. But they, after a good gain there by Brian, that sets us up in pretty good field position, Don. The guys holding the chain thinks that they got a first down, but they didn't.
No, he's about a yard and a half shy of getting the first down. They're giving us a first down. All right, what do we know? At the 35-yard line. That obviously was not a first down.
No, it wasn't a first down, and I complained about him running a second off the clock. The problem is I don't think they started running it until he went out of bounds. So they did that in 2 seconds. I didn't know Brian was that quick.
We can't complain too much about some of the breaks here tonight. But obviously he got about 9 yards, and they were moving the chain. So they've reestablished that, and Corbin will have it 2nd down and 1 from the 35-yard line. Now they're ready to go. Kennedy and Grigsby wide to the left side. Hounds trying to put something on the board with 2 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the first half. Gilmore looking. He has a good wall behind him. He'll throw. Uh-oh. Is that intercepted? No. More white shirts around it than red.
Yes, and, he was throwing the football to Mervo, and I don't think Mervo really thought the ball was coming to him. It was going over his head, and I don't know whether he thought it was coming to him or going to Brent Kennedy behind him, but the ball wasn't too bad thrown. It's just kind of in between the receivers, and Somerset nearly came up with it.
Right now, you got to be looking for a first down rather than the long gainer with 2 minutes to go in the first half and the clock stopped. We have a third down, a little over a yard to go, and so let's see if Corbin will try to pick up first down yardage on this third down play.
Well, we have sufficient time to pick up the first down and then go on in. We got 2 minutes, and we're inside their 40, so I think we've got plenty of time.
Corey Reeves is there. He's averaging 2 yards per carry. He's at the tailback slot right now. Let's see what happens. Corey gets the handoff, and Corey gets close. But again, in his carries this year, his average is 2 yards.
Yeah, and that's about what we needed, so maybe he got it there. It's going to be close enough they're going to have to measure. Oh, he got the first down, or I don't know. They haven't signaled yet.
Well, after they back it up a little, it makes it more uncertain. A minute 54 to go in the half. Corbin really would not need to use a timeout here. They could get ready to go while the...
Well, if it's fourth down, they probably want to talk over what they're going to do, though, Don. On fourth down, they're going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, big play here. Well, it's at the 34-yard line, and fourth down, less than a yard to go. Right here, you either make that first down or Somerset will have it with just under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. All right, full house backfield. Tony Hoover, the up back. Kennedy and Grigsby behind him. And Gilmore on the keeper. Ooh, that was close.
He got it, and Brian was watching that first down marker the entire way. I don't know if you noticed that, but I could see his eyes, and they were fixed on that first down marker, and it would have mattered. I believe if it had been 10 yards down the field, he would have got it.
Well, he did get a couple of yards to the 32-yard line. The clock is running now. Oh, no, it stopped for the first down marking. Now it's running. Double wideouts to the left side. The ball at the 32 of Somerset. And here goes Gilmore. Again, good protection. He's rolling. He'll look. He'll let it go. Oh, he's got Kennedy. And Kennedy's got it. And Kennedy scores the touchdown.
We've got a flag. I don't know what it's for, but we've got a flag back over here, and the official is running to the other one. I'm afraid it's going to come back.
Well, ineligible receiver downfield.
We had an illegal receiver downfield, and they're going to call that back. Big call, big break for Somerset this time.
So Corbin makes an error, a very costly error right there.
Yes, I don't know who, I didn't notice who the lineman was, but I saw the official watching someone, and he threw the flag exactly where he was, and I'd say it was probably a good call. We just happened to wander out of the zone too far.
The penalty puts the ball back to the 37-yard line, wipes out a touchdown, and so the uphill battle continues.
But we've still got a minute and 34 seconds, Don, and we've still got a first down, and I think if we'll continue to block for Brian, give him sufficient time to throw the football, that we'll find some people downfield and get a score on the board before halftime.
Big play man, Kennedy, caught it, but it won't count. So once again, Kennedy and Gilmore to the left side, 1st and 15 from the 37-yard line. Corey Reeves and Tony Hoover in the backfield behind Gilmore. As Gilmore rolls back, they're coming after him. He'll let it go, and this time the ball is almost tipped to Kennedy, intended for Grigsby.
Yeah, Mervo got a hand on it, but the defensive back was right there with him and was able to pull him loose from the football. He didn't have really a good grip on the football, but Brian put the ball pretty well on the money. There was just good coverage.
So now Corbin has it 2nd down and 15 from the 37 with a minute and 28 seconds remaining in the first half. Wide to the left, Jeff Moran. Kennedy will come to the right. Let's see if this signals a running play right here. Jackson in the backfield. Grigsby wide to the right side. Nope, back to throw. Back to throw will be Gilmore. He's looking a long time. He's looking. He'll throw the ball. Tried to get it down to Moran. It's incomplete.
He was very fortunate to get rid of the football and not have it intercepted or anything. Ryan waited to the last possible second before he got that off, and had that been the NFL, most certainly he would have been in the grass.
Although the clock is stopped on 3rd down and 15 here, Corbin will call a timeout with a minute 21 to go. So Corbin has used their second timeout to talk about this big play. 3rd down and 15 from the 37-yard line as a double wide out moves to the left side in Grigsby and Kennedy, and Gilmore rolls back, and we're going to have offsides on that left side. So whatever happens here is an interception. And Somerset comes up field to about the 30-yard line. That'll be it. So Somerset has intercepted. It goes to number 27, Jody Meese.
We have a flag, and there's a decision to be made here. Either we moved or they came offside.
He threw it in the direction of the 2 wideouts to the left side.
They charged it against us, illegal procedure, and it's first down Somerset, and there goes their first half out the door.
Somerset leading by 14-0 in a Somerset first half. Corbin's mistakes have killed him.
Certainly, we still have every opportunity to come back in the second half. We'll receive the second half kickoff, but we have got to make our move, and we're going to have to make it early in the second half.
At the 28-yard line, Somerset 1st and 10, less than a minute to go now. As Kane will give to Perkins, and Perkins comes up across the 30 to about the 34.
Time's running out. I think Somerset's very happy with the way things are, and they're not going to expose themselves to an interception or a fumble, and I think they're going to kind of keep it on the ground and run out the clock.
At the 33, it's a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Briar Jumpers. The clock now down to 30 seconds in the first half. Well, sliding off Jones, he could go all the way if he breaks a tackle or two, obviously, so they're going to have to corral him, and they do, up near the first down.
We just don't seem to have our minds in the game. I thought we came out ready to play, as ready as I've seen us all season, and after about 2 minutes, that had quickly wasted away, and since that point in the game, we've just really been in trouble.
The 6th first down of the game for Somerset. They have the ball at their own 40-yard line after that 7-yard run. Now 10 seconds to go, and they may not put it back in play. Although they are the team with potential to streak it downfield on any play, they say we'll settle for 14. And that's what it be. Here in this championship playoff game from Campbell Field in Corbin, we've reached the end of the first half. And at halftime, the score, as Perkins has had 2 touchdowns, the score is Somerset 14, Corbin nothing. We'll return with the second half in just a moment. As we begin our second half, Scott Lynch will tee the ball up, and now Corbin will have on those corners Grigsby and Farmer, or French it is, upfield, and Kenny Davis in the middle of the field. Let's see if they'll try to kick it deep now. They kind of surprised us by kicking it short 2 times in the first half and caused the Red Hounds trouble. Lynch can kick it deep. But he does it again across the field where Brent Jackson will field the football. He'll take off the other way and heads upfield. And Jackson will go down near the 30-yard line.
You know, actually, Brent had an opportunity maybe to get back to the outside there. We had someone stand around and didn't get much of a block, and that got him snowed under there. But we probably could have got quite a bit more yardage had there been a block throw.
Still not bad field position as Corbin starts their second half from their own 30-yard line, but they're down by 2 touchdowns, 14-0. However, a full 2 quarters of football left to play in this regional championship game. As Gilmore, the quarterback, comes under with both ends in tight. Gilmore comes back. He's looking. He'll shoot it over the middle to Kennedy, and the pass is low. Did he get it? I believe he did. If the pass is long, he may be gone for a touchdown.
If the pass is long, he definitely was gone, Don. He broke clean. He came right through the middle. He made a sensational catch to reach back and pick the ball off the top of the ground. But had that ball been thrown better, that was a touchdown.
Well, it was a super play on Corbin's behalf. Their 6th first down of the game, a 16-yard pass play, and Kennedy comes up with the gem. From the 46 now, 1st and 10. And Gilmore back to throw again. He's looking for Reeves, and the ball is knocked away. Just enough of it being tipped in there by Jody Meese to break up his concentration.
The ball was deflected. Corey got a hand on it, but after a deflection like that, it's very difficult with your hand-eye coordination to pick it up and gather it in. But Corey had broken into the clear there, and pretty well thrown pass. We looks like we have decided to come out and throw the football, and I think that's great.
Well, that's our intent so far for the second half. We've averaged about 7 passes per game this year, But the Red Hounds are trying to make up a big deficit here, and they don't want to waste too much time in doing it. They have it 2nd down and 10 from their own 46-yard line. We have wideouts both ways. As Gilmore throws it for Kennedy, he makes another real stretch grab, but this one for short yardage.
Brian's just not quite loose yet. He's not throwing the football very well. That pass really wasn't thrown well. Kennedy's made 2 really great catches of bad throws, but perhaps he'll get in the groove here, and if he does, we're running receivers loose on him left and right, and we're picking up their blitz, so maybe we can get a pass offense started here.
Got 2 yards there to the 48-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Jeff Moran will come wide to this side. Grigsby goes wide to the right side. On 3rd down and 8 for the first down. And Somerset jumps off sides.
And that was a big play, Don. Entering that neutral zone there, because that's going to put us in a 3rd and 3 position, and that's a whole lot better than our 3rd and long.
So a 5-yard penalty for offsides against the Briar Jumpers has put the ball down to the Somerset 47-yard line. And as Bill said, it will be 3rd down and 3. Donnie Stepp along with Bill Crook and Dale Johnson tonight, looking for the Hounds to come back here in the second half. Kennedy will come wide to the side. Now he is the only wideout on this 3rd and 3 situation. Darren Jackson in the backfield along with Tony Hoover. And it's going to be Jackson, and Jackson picks his hole. He got the first down. Jackson takes it down to the 44-yard line.
And as I predicted a little bit earlier, when we throw the football, it tends to loosen them up a little bit and make it a little bit easier for us to run the football. So a good balance of both tends to afford you a good offense, and I'm hoping that that's what will happen to us this second half.
Well, the Red Hounds have demonstrated their will to move the football here in the second half as they picked up 2 straight first downs. They have it just inside the Somerset 40-yard line. And the pitch back to Kennedy. Kennedy looking. He's going to throw the ball for Grigsby, and Grigsby goes down to get it at the 19.
All right, and Kennedy carried it out very well. It looked like a sweep there, and Grigsby cut down the sideline, nearly broke into the clear. Kennedy's first pass that I'm aware of him throwing this season, and it was a big completion and puts us inside their 20-yard line.
That is a 21-yard pass play to the 19-yard line. This is the deepest that Corbin has had the football all night. They have it 1st and 10, and now the officials are signaling timeout, but it's for an equipment problem. But Corbin has demonstrated their ability to move the ball quickly here to start this second half.
And I promise you, Don, that are opening it up like this, by throwing the football, by running halfback option passes, that it's going to afford us more room to run. They've got 9 men. They had 9 men on the line of scrimmage on that particular play, and that's why we had to have someone open when we send them out. They did that the entire first half, but we continue to run into it. Now we've decided to play football.
Well, 1st down and 10. They're still giving the Somerset player the time for the equipment problem. And now apparently he has that fixed. That was Scott Gulak they were working with over there. Now Corbin ready to go. So the Red Hounds trying to get on the scoreboard. They've had 1 touchdown nullified due to a penalty. They have a full house backfield right now with nobody out wide, as it's going to be Grigsby, Gilmore, the quarterback, running with the ball. Gilmore turning upfield. Gilmore goes down at about the 14-yard line.
Brian really exhibited some effort on that run. He's not blessed with the world of speed. He runs kind of like a herd of turtles, but I'll tell you what he does do. He gives it all that effort. He put a stiff arm out there. He twists, he turns, and he picks up some real good yardage. A fine run by Brian Gilmore.
Yes, sir. You got it down to the 14. That's 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Corbin, as the Red Hounds have their most serious penetration of the night. Again, both ends are in tight with a full house backfield on this 2nd and 5 situation. And the pitch will go to Kennedy. He's looking for the hole. He cuts up field. Interference collapses a little bit, and he'll get short yardage.
Yeah, they came in and made a tackle. I think it's sufficient yardage. We're going to have 3rd down and very short, and obviously we're in 4-down territory, trailing by 2 touchdowns. So it's kind of critical what we do on this particular play. I see Kennedy going out. I kind of hate to see him go out on a play like this.
Well, it's 3rd down, a couple of yards to go for the first down. They have the ball at the 11-yard line. The line to gain for the first down will be the 9. Somerset leading 14-0. Corbin on a drive that started back at their own 30-yard line. So the big 3rd down play coming up right here. Again, both ends are in tight as Gilmore will call. Gilmore will give. and Grigsby running, but the whistle sound stopping that play. Did you pick it up?
Johnson said that he thought that it was offsides Corbin. I'm afraid it is, and that'll put us in a less than illegal procedure. So we're going to be third down now at about 7.
Boy, we've made the critical mistakes. We've lost a touchdown. Now, instead of third down and short, it's going to be 3rd and 7 as the ball is moved back to the 16-yard line. So a totally different situation here, and Kennedy is back into the ball game. He's number 7. Corbin has used 4 minutes of the second half to drive the ball down deep into Somerset territory, but they made the mistake there. Grigsby is the wide out to the left side. Kennedy on the eye in the backfield will get the pitch. He'll try to turn on the speed. Kennedy will go outside. He turns. Kennedy at the 5. Kennedy going for the goal line, gets very close. And Kennedy just picking his way downfield gets Corbin a 1st and goal to go.
And all of that set up because we've been throwing the football. Because on 3rd down and 7 that time, they expected us to throw it. We run a student body left, taking everybody out in front of him. Tony Hoover leading the way with his blocks, and free Kennedy all the way to the 1-yard line. Now, this is the kind of football that we need to play.
1-yard line. He got 15 yards on that carry. Corbin's 9th first down of the game, and the Redhounds threaten 1st and goal to goal from there. So Gilmore has them lined up in the backfield straight away. He gives to Darren Jackson. Bullies in there for the score.
And before the half started, the Somerset fans were behind the Somerset players chanting, "Score, score, we want more." Well, you better score because they're going to need more.
Corbin demonstrates their best offensive punch of the night as they take it 70 yards for the score and demonstrated a very fluid offense with the passing and running mixed up real well. So now they've cut the deficit in half if they can get the extra point.
We're going for 2.
All right. Right. Trying to do it now and get that advantage. So Corbin is going for 2 points on the play after touchdown. Gilmore back to throw. Oh, he's got the man open. Did he get it? No. Ooh, that puts us in a hole. It looked like that Kennedy was open, but the pass was thrown into the ground. So we have a timeout. 7:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. In the score, Somerset 14, Corbin 6. And on the kickoff, where is he? Ooh, breaking up field and all the way up to the 40-yard line is Perkins.
Excellent return by Somerset's Perkins, and we did not do a very good job getting down the field to cover that. We didn't have to be blocked too much. We got a little bit of blocking from Somerset, but it's critical that first series of downs on offense. We look very good. We've got to do just the same on defense.
Got to make something happen defensively now. Somerset at their own 40-yard line. This will be their first offensive series of the second half, as Kane, the quarterback, will call from a straightaway backfield. Perkins dives into a nest of Redhounds after getting a couple of yards.
This is very typical of their first down play. 2, maybe 3 yards sometimes. It's going to be 2 yards, so we can't let them get into that situation that they went through in the second quarter. We can't let them start driving at 3 downs and a first down, 3 downs and a first down. We cannot afford that luxury now.
Corbin took 10 plays to go their 70 yards and scored the touchdown, but they missed the critical 2 points after touchdown, and now in somewhat of a hole, trying to turn it around here in the second half against the Somerset Briar Jumpers. 2nd and 8. Kane back to throw on the counter to the left side. Kane being chased by Hinderlight. Kane goes down at the 46-yard line.
Kane is no match for Mark Hinderlight as an athlete. He's just simply not a match for him, and Hinderlight ran him down there. He picked up some yardage and put him in a 3rd down and about 4 or 5 yards, but Hinderlight ran him down over there. Real good play by Mark.
Now to turn this game, Corbin will have to turn these 3rd down situations into minuses rather than pluses.
Certainly they will, and this is the most critical one of the game to this point. They've got to stop this play.
3rd down and 4 with the ball at the 46-yard line after Kane picked up 4 yards. Lynch is the wide out to the right side. Kane gives to Perkins. Perkins will get the 4 and more.
We're not going to get it done this way, Don. It's just impossible to get it done this way. I don't know what's wrong with our defense. They did this to us the whole night over at Somerset, and they come right back and they started marching it down the field in the second quarter, and here again in the third quarter. So we're in real trouble.
If they can continue to maintain that kind of presence out there, Somerset will continue to maintain the lead. It's right there. They needed 4 yards and got 5, and also picked up their 7th first down of this football game. 5.5 minutes in the third period, and you already start watching the clock because possession will be so important now in order to get back into the ball game. 1st and 10 from the Corbin 49-yard line. Kane in no hurry. As Kane will pitch back to Jones, and Jones will cut the corner. He's a speedster. Jones will be taken down after getting 3 yards to the 46.
Once again, the same old first down play, but we need to be looking for a turnover. We obviously cannot stop them on this normal 3-down situation, so we're going to have to hope for a turnover. Keep our fingers crossed for a turnover.
2nd down and 7 after that 3-yard pickup. Newby will go wide to the left. Kane gives to Jones, and Jones gets about the usual on the 2nd down. They get short on 1st, good long on 2nd, and then usually get up with a 3rd down and short.
Yeah, I think this time they picked up 1st down, or no, I guess it's going to be just a little short. So we're down 3rd down and about a yard to go, and it's just typical. We need a penalty. We need a fumble. We need for Kane to call one of the typical off-colored plays that he calls occasionally to break this.
Well, they have a 3rd and 1 after that 6-yard pickup there. Somerset down to the Corbin 40-yard line. And this is Perkins easily with the 1st down. They get about 5 more to the 35.
Well, they have absolutely whipped our defensive line. I mean, they've whipped them from end to end, and we're just they've done what they want with us, and we seem to stand still for it. So that's what happens when you lose a football game.
They got the ball just shy of the 35-yard line. Somerset's 8th first down of this game, so they've moved it now for 2 first downs on their first possession of the second half, and they are playing ball control as they'll have Lynch wide to the right side. Again, the wishbone formation in the backfield. Kane deals to Perkins, and Perkins gets the short 2 yards on 1st down.
Yes, it does, and that's something we're getting used to. It just seems to be the same old story. But somewhere along the line, surely they'll make some type of mistake. They've played practically perfect here for 2 quarters as far as offensive execution is concerned, and somewhere they've got to make a mistake.
If it holds true to form, they get 6 yards here. Let's see what happens from the 33-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Now they're going for the pass, and it's thrown for Jones, incomplete.
And that was one of the Kane things that I was telling you about, Don.
That happened over at Somerset, Bill. They changed their style, and then Corbin got back into it.
And both the Canes coach the same way. We've got the fellow over at Cumberland, Ron Kane, and Johnny Kane. They coach the same way. If you'll leave them alone long enough, they'll do something to beat themselves.
Let's hope you're right. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 now from, well, really back at the 34 is where they've lined it up. They'll have the slot formation to the left side, Newby, and in the slot is Jones. And they throw it across to Newby. Well, did he get the ball? He apparently fumbled and picked it up. Raines has got the ball. Raines coming up the side to the 45, to the 48. And he fumbled the ball. Or was he down?
I think he's down, and this is Derek Raines. It's a fumble, and the Red Hounds have the football. Derek Raines got his first carry of the year, and from the way he carried that football, we may ought to put him back there fullback.
I didn't think it was a completion the way Newby was reacting, but apparently he caught it, took a couple of steps, and bang, he lost the football. And so there is the break we've been looking for.
And here, we cannot let up. We cannot afford to get conservative here, go back. We've got to continue throwing the football, because if they get their hands on it, they control it for a good bit of time.
All right now. Corbin at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Their second offensive series of the second half. 2:53 to go in the third period. And they'll give it to Jackson, and there won't be anything there. At most a yard.
Second down and long.
Well, they had Somerset guessing on that first series of downs that took them for a score. Let's see if they can make them do it again. They were reacting well on that first play. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 48. Mabe out over the ball at center. Both ends are in tight. Gilmore gives to Kennedy, and Kennedy sliding through a hole gets it up across midfield and down to the Somerset 47.
And now we're third down, 4 yards to go, and just like we began the football game.
So now another big third down play. At the 47 of Somerset, Kennedy picks up 5, and third down, let's call it 3 for the first down. 1:45 to go in the third period of this game. Corbin has cut part of that margin down. They're trying to cut even more with this possession. And Somerset jumps off sides.
And when we're playing the type of football we're playing right now, that's probably our best offensive play, is to get them to jump off sides. And we pick up a big first down here. I'm hoping that they'll have Brian throw the football on this first down play here and loosen that defense up a little bit. They got 9 people back up on the line of scrimmage again. I'm sure that we've got somebody over there that sees that.
I hope they saw it the way I did, with Somerset jumping into the neutral zone, but why the discussion? They're going to call it against Corbin.
Well, if you recall the last game we played, I said that Brian was moving his head sometimes and drawing them off sides, and that's not really too good a thing to get in the practice of, because they can call it the other way around. But we were fortunate enough to get the call this time.
Wow. I didn't like all that discussion out there. This is a critical play for us, and Corbin does get the first down, as that puts it down to the Somerset 42-yard line, and Corbin's 10th first down. And now they desperately need to keep this drive alive, trailing by 14-6. Mervo Grigsby will be the wide out to the left side. Hoover in the backfield along with Kennedy. And everybody is stacked right up on that line of scrimmage. As the pitchback goes to Kennedy, he'll try to cut the burner zone around the end, but not any blocking there to take him out of it. He gets about 3 yards.
An official could very well have thrown a flag on that play, Don. It looks like somewhat of a late hit, but he didn't throw the flag. But that's not too bad a play. Sweeping to the outside like that, you're able to get your blockers on the outside of all those people that are stacked up on the line if you can turn the corner. Brent could have very well broken that all the way at any time, but I still feel like we need to put it in the air a little bit.
Well, they had almost the entire squad up at the line of scrimmage on that last play. He picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. And right now, they have 8 of them right up on the line of scrimmage as Gilmore's back to throw. He'll let her go. He's looking for Reeves, and it's overthrown.
He had him out there again. We've run that same pass pattern 3 times and had a possibility of covering them, of completing them, but the ball was overthrown by 15, 20, 25 yards that time.
So not even close on that one from the 39-yard line. Corbin now has it 3rd down and 7.
What would be a good time now would be to run the pass play that they opened the second half with, by letting Reeves cut out and take the defense with him and cutting Kennedy across the middle like they did that time. And should they hit him in stride, it's a touchdown.
Kennedy is back in the lineup as he comes to the left and Grigsby goes to the right. 3rd down and 7 from the 39. Gilmore fumbles the ball, and I think he got back on top of it, but that could kill a drive right there.
Is this our 12th game of the season, Don? You know, we're still fumbling the snaps from center, and there's just absolutely no reason for this. I mean, you're doing it 2, 3, 4 times a game, and at this particular time, it really hurts.
Really hurt right there. So don't get a chance to keep a drive alive, and the third quarter will come to a close. And Corbin will have to kick the football. So the clock runs out. At the end of the third period, the score is Somerset 14, Corbin 6. Well, the Corbin Red Hounds are going for a dramatic here. They have it 4th down and 9, and they're going for it, and Somerset calls time. No, Corbin calls timeout. We just had a timeout for the quarter. They approach the line of scrimmage and call a timeout.
I wonder what went on in the time between the elapse of the third quarter and the fourth quarter that we have to call a play before the clock, call a timeout before the clock starts the fourth quarter.
Well, I hope there's magic in that, because this is a gambling play. You know that Somerset has the ability to hold on to the football for a long time, the way they played here tonight. So it's a must almost that you hold on to it yourself and try to get something done. But you're out at the 41-yard line.
And even more critical than that, we just absolutely wasted a timeout. You know, here we are, we're in between quarters. We should be able to make a decision in that period of time. But now we're stuck with 2 timeouts. We're in the fourth quarter when timeouts could be very critical.
Let's see what will happen after the timeout now. We had the kicking unit on. They went off. Now the offensive unit is back in there. And let me tell you, 4th down and 9. Ooh. 4th down and 9 for Corbin with nobody out wide. Kennedy on the sidelines. Gilmore back to throw. Gilmore's got Moran, but the pass is badly thrown. Well, it doesn't look good.
Well, we turn the football over now, and so there's 11 minutes and 56 seconds to go. They're out to their 40-yard line. They have excellent field position. I don't disagree so much from going for the first down. I thought they should have from the very beginning, but this didn't work out, and we're 1 timeout shorter.
8 points is the difference right now as Somerset has the ball at their own 40-yard line. And nice running on the part of Perkins, gets 5.
Yes, and this is certainly no time for us to allow them to drive that football. We cannot rely on Johnny Kane to mess this up at this point in the game. I expect him to keep it on the ground from this point on, and as long as they do that, they're in fine shape.
Well, they have the ability. They've demonstrated that tonight. They have the ability to run this ball against Corbin. As they get 5 right there, it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 45. Now the clock is becoming very important here in the fourth quarter. And here's 5 more.
3rd down, and the familiar 1 yard to go, Don. And perhaps Kane will run a reverse or step fumble or something. I don't know what could happen, but as long as they do what they're doing, we cannot stop it. Simple as that. We cannot stop it.
It'll be 3rd and 1 as Corbin player Moran, for about the 4th time tonight, having helmet trouble.
Yeah. Surely we could suck it up for one big defensive play here, but it's 3rd down, very short.
Perkins going wide to the right side. If there was any doubt about it, that erased it.
I'll tell you this, they would have to be out of their minds to do anything other than what they're doing, because they've whipped our line. They've won the line of scrimmage from the beginning to the end. We have not been in the game at the line of scrimmage, and that's where football games are decided. So this one's getting close to being decided.
They did us a favor and passed the last time they had it. We got the ball back. Now they've run 5, 5, and 6. They're down to the 44 of Corbin, 1st and 10. And here's Perkins. The flag goes down. That may help us a little bit.
They just did us another favor, Don. I think they tackled somebody in the middle line. What for, I don't know, because they were doing a fine job blocking, and this is going to set them back. And I don't think it can set them back far enough that they can't get the first down on the ground. I'm just hoping that they'll go to the air.
From the line of scrimmage, it will be a 10-yard penalty that will put the ball back to the 46 of Somerset. But these Briar Jumpers have demonstrated in both games we've played them this year, they can control the football. And so with a 14-6 lead and only 10:21 to go, Corbin pulled a miracle over at Somerset. I don't think you can expect 2 miracles in a row. So now they've got to work up the defense to stop them here on 1st and 20. And the pitch to Eric Jones, going wide. Jones with Corey Reeves riding him. Gets him down after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, they may have a little difficulty picking it up on the ground like that. I really feel like that Kane is a very erratic passer, and I feel like that we're at an advantage when he goes back to throw the football. Perhaps we could pick one off, and that might be what we need most right at this time.
Well, one of their players is down. They'll have to stop the clock for that. So we have a timeout with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. With timeout, the score is Somerset 14, Corbin 6. Second down and 17 for Somerset at their own 49-yard line. Slot formation comes to the left side. As Kane is back to throw, it's collapsing on him. He fumbles the football but gets back on top of it. Almost a break.
Certainly it was. We had a good rush on him at that time. Tim French and Ted Engel were back on him, and Eric Raines came in late and nearly got the fumble. So we put him in a third and very long situation. In a way, I kind of wish they'd let him throw the football. I really think we got as good a chance coming up with as they have.
He lost 7 yards. And so it's going to be third down and 24 yards to go for the first down. And Bill, we haven't had a punt in this game tonight, but unless they get long yardage, we're going to be seeing one. Slot formation to the left side. Kane rolls and he looks. Kane lets her go. Got a man wide open. He can't catch the ball. Well, it's cold, as I said, when Corey dropped that first pass tonight, and the wind, look at that wind. It is blowing hard behind the back of Somerset. So their punter, who's a good one, Lynch, is going to have an opportunity here with a very strong wind behind him.
Yes, he does, and it might be difficult to field coming out of that wind, too. And I don't think Brent's giving him quite enough room back here as a receiver.
Well, I take it back. He has kicked it tonight, right? Yes. On their first possession. And second, third possession. He's kicked the ball twice. But now they will call timeout with 4th down and 24, and going to discuss this one with 8:41 to go. He's got it. Make that newbie the punter. Well, he missed that pass a moment ago. Let's see if he'll miss this. No, he got it. And they try to get in on him, but he puts it high and deep. Kennedy watching it hit and roll across the 20 down to the 15-yard line where Corbin will have the football.
Might have been a good one to fair catch, but then again, with the wind blowing like it is and cold as it is, might have been a good one to let go, too. So we've got 8 minutes and 30 seconds. That's sufficient time to drive if we can do it. So it's a matter of execution from this point.
About a 48-yard or so kick on that play, and now it's tough to pass with the wind blowing in your face. Corbin is 85 yards away at the 15, 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Remember over at Somerset, about here is where things started to pop, and Corbin came back in a blitz. So they're ready to go. On the wing to the right side is Kennedy. And he'll get it on the end around. He bumps off one of his own men. He turns the corner. Kennedy gets it up across the 20 to about the 21-yard line.
And running ability got him that. He stayed low. He was bouncing off Somerset tacklers. He didn't have that much blocking out in front of him, but he picked up excellent yardage and put us in a second down in about 3 to 4 situation.
Let's call it to the 22. Got 7, 2nd and 3. And Kennedy, of course, is our big play man. If anybody can break it, perhaps it is him. So Corbin trying to get out of a hole here, and they're going to have to start really fighting the clock. That is 8 minutes to go. Grigsby wide to the right side. Uh-oh, that play, you could see it not developing from here.
It's real tough to develop when you run into an 8- and 9-man line, and that's what they're putting up there, and we're running right into it, and we're down to 7 minutes and 40 seconds. We've negotiated 7 yards in about a minute.
Yep, didn't get anything right there. So now, as we've stated several times tonight, it's critical. It's critical that you get the first down on 3rd and 3 from the 22. Wideouts both ways. Moran to the left and Grigsby to the right. Now, delay at the line of scrimmage won't help. The clock is not on our side right now. The lob over the, oh goodness. It was in the direction of Kennedy, but he wasn't looking, and it was lobbed behind him, and so now in a heck of a lot of trouble.
That was just a very poorly executed play on Brian's part and on Brent probably. I don't know where Brent should have been looking at that point or not, but Brian never should have thrown the football to him with his back to him. It's just very poor execution.
Well, the hole stays there, and what looked like after Kennedy had picked up 7 on the first down turns into nothing after that. 4th down. And they're going to run for it. I don't know if they're going to get it or not. It will be very close.
Very close. I think we may have gotten it, but only barely.
Wow. And you know, we did get it. And, you know, in the situation we're in, I don't think we can afford to let Somerset have the football. So either they beat us 21-6 or we can come back and keep the offense, and that's what we did. We kind of faked them out right there.
That was a very nervy call. I certainly don't think I would have made that call, but they picked up the first down, and it could have been what made the difference in the ball game.
That might be the biggest play of the game thus far if we can keep this drive alive and head downfield. But 6 minutes and 50 seconds, and no time for delays out there now at the 25. Well, somebody apparently was offside.
They called us for moving, or they wouldn't have stopped the play, but I didn't really pick up on it. I don't know who it would have been.
We've had a lot of mistakes for this being a championship game. It was illegal procedure for Corbin. Keep in mind, we lost a touchdown earlier tonight for a mistake. And so, down deep in our own territory at the 25, that just puts us a little deeper down to the 20.
Well, we're still first down, and we don't need to worry about making 10 yards for the next first down and moving the chains anyway. We're going to have to make some big plays, and we've got to start making them happen now.
And, of course, respect that clock that says 6:35. Wideouts both ways. Grigsby to the right, Kennedy to the left. Raines trying to get the attention along the line. Gilmore back to throw. Has the protection. He has Moran. Ooh, he didn't catch it.
That was a very good, well-thrown pass that time, and Jeff's not been used much as a receiver this year, and ball just kind of went through his hands.
And so the clock is stopped with 6:21 to go. And the ball back at the 20-yard line, 2nd down and 15. But we don't have really any other choice right now except make it an air game.
That's true. We've got to throw the football. It's a lot of grass between where they are and where the end zone is, and we've got to cover some of it.
80 yards away, both Grigsby and Kennedy go to the left side this time. Gilmore calls, and he's back. He's rolling with it. Uh-oh. He shoots the pass downfield. He's got Kennedy. Kennedy circling. Kennedy may get free. He's up to the 35, to the 40, 45, midfield, down to the 45, 40, and Kennedy out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Just beautiful thrown pass that time as Kennedy comes across the center, takes it in, sweeps to the outside, seemed to lose his balance at times, but got on down the field and got out of bounds in pretty good position at about the Somerset 41-yard line.
Bill, Kennedy is our big play man. We reiterate that, and if it's to happen, I believe number 7's going to have to carry it down.
There's no question about that. We've got to come up with him or Corey Reeves someplace at some point in time between now and the end of this ball game if we're going to win it. He, Corey Reeves, or Merv Grigsby, I think, are the keys to this game.
6:07 to go, and Somerset calls timeout. After the 39-yard pass play, Corbin has it at the Somerset 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Full house backfield again. Gilmore under, and Gilmore will go to the left side. He's going to keep it and run. Gilmore, they get his leg, and he goes down.
They really had some pretty good blocking that time. I think Brian probably got in a little bit of a hurry and didn't let his blocker get out in front of him as far as he might could have to take that last man out. And Brian would have probably got another 5 to 10 more yards, but you don't want to wait. Once you get out there, you've got to turn it on. And I want to talk once again about that decision that Brian Gilmore made to pull up when it was obviously going to be a run out there and make such a beautiful throw to Kennedy.
It faked Somerset and got Kennedy open, and he took it for the long run. That was a 4-yard gain there. 2nd down and 6 at the 37. And, oh, boy. Well, we have a beautiful play or two, and then it collapses on us.
I don't understand it. We obviously have not moved the ball very well on the ground. We obviously have moved the ball very well through the air. Why are we just giving downs away?
That 41-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and we're back to square one here. It's 3rd down and 10. So now you have 2 downs to pick up the 10, and they'll have that slot formation to the left. Let's see if they can pull another big one out right here. And, uh-oh, the fake, and Gilmore in trouble. Gilmore will throw it to anybody. Boy, that very poor decision. I hope they call him down back there. That's the only thing that could save us.
Well, you know, I don't know what he had to throw the football. He was waited way too long, and he was in their grasp when he even did let it go, and it was just throwing it up for grabs then. But he should have thrown the football a lot earlier than what he did. He may not have been able to find anybody wide open, but you can't stand back there and hold it.
At the 25 on the pass interception, Somerset gets the ball. And so now they have 4.5 minutes to run out the clock, and Somerset can go on as they did last year with the championship of Region 4. And that will be Perkins for the gain.
Another thing you can point to, you know, obviously we've got to throw the football when we're 3rd down and 10 yards to go. We can kind of keep them guessing a little bit on 1st down and 2nd down. We put ourselves into a position where they're going to rush everybody they got when they know it's 3rd down and long, and we did that to ourselves.
So the Briar Jumpers have it 2nd and 8. And there's that friendly corner as usual. And Perkins could have almost broken that one.
Yes, he could. And, well, I'll tell you what, once again, the fear of the Somerset running game enters my heart. They're 3rd down and their typical yard to go, or less than a yard to go. And we've not, you know, we just haven't done anything to stop them. They've stopped themselves or they just keep going.
They really aren't bent on scoring right here. They're bent on running out that time and winning this game that way. And they're taking their time. 3:08 to go. Well, that's their typical 2 yards on first. Pardon me, they had 3rd down and they get the 2.
Yeah, and they're running over our tacklers. Our kids are coming up and meeting them in the hole, and I just run over them for a 1st down. And their backs are very fired up, and they know that they've only got to make about one more 1st down, and this ball game's history.
They have a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. 10 first downs in the game for Somerset. Doing all their scoring in the 1st half. And the clock is running. And Kane in no hurry. And there's your 2-yard 1st down play.
Yeah, about 2-3 yards, and 2nd down. So our kids, you know, you can look out there right now. It just looks like the ball game's over, Don. We just don't seem to have the fire. You know, if you can't get fired up with 2 minutes to go in the ball game and you're down 8 points and you're trying to keep them getting the 1st down, I'd have to say the game's over.
I think the fans on the other side say it is. They're leaving in big numbers now as we approach the 2:05 mark. Well, thank goodness, Kane, you fumbled it. Did we get it? Yes, we did. Can we pull another one out like we did over at Somerset?
Well, Somerset is self-destructing, Don. We haven't stopped them. We didn't stop them the whole ball game. Every time that they've stopped themselves. A bad snap, a fumble, something that they've turned around in their own misdirection. So we need to make something happen. We certainly need to throw the football now.
Tell you what we need to do is kind of hustle because that clock's running and we have only 2 timeouts remaining. The ball is at the 39-yard line. So already 15 seconds has elapsed off that clock. Oh boy, this down to 1.5 minutes before we get a play off. And they pass to Grigsby. Did he get it inbounds? He did. Down around the 30. And what did they do? Throw a flag after the play?
And so Somerset continues to self-destruct. Number 11 from Somerset hits him far out of bounds. Not only is that a 1st down and a big pass play, but it's also a 15-yard penalty that will be tacked on.
What really is gnawing at me right now, Bill, we played 3 2-point ball games, and if we score, it's a 2-point game.
I'm not too concerned about that right at this moment. I'm concerned about getting that other 6.
Are they going to step it off? Yes, they are from the 30-yard line. That would be down to the 15 with 1:27. But again, we have to respect the clock even that close.
Well, Somerset has been able to figure out something for us when we needed it the very most. Maybe they'll figure out something then.
The 13th first down for Corbin. Corbin has really had the dominance in the second half, but only 6 points to show for it. Kennedy to the right, Grigsby to the left, 1:27 to go. And Gilmore racing back. He's looking, nothing developing for him. He's going to have to run it. Gilmore straight ahead will get about 3 or 4 yards, and he's taken down. The ball is at the 11-yard line, and Corbin, I think, will call a timeout here. Let's see.
We call our second timeout, so we're looking at second down and about 7 yards to go, and Brian couldn't find a receiver, and his tendency was to run that time. I hope we don't make too much of a habit of that. I think we're going to need to throw the football to score. Of course, we're at the 14-yard line, and but we're down to 1 timeout, and we've got 4 downs to get it in there. We're second down here, so we just need to make sure we make good tosses and good decisions.
Just 1:16 remaining. The ball at the 11-yard line. Second down and 7 for Corbin. And they have Mervo Grigsby wide to the right side. 1 timeout remaining. Brian Gilmore, the quarterback, goes under on the second down play. He's rolling back. Oh, watch from behind. He throws into the ground. The tackler coming in from the blind side almost got him.
He certainly did. I was afraid Brian was going to stand there just a little too long. He has a tendency to hold on to that football to the last second, but we've got to get rid of it. We cannot afford to take any sacks now. No sacks.
Well, we have 1 timeout remaining, so if that happens, we still could stop the clock. But problem is now we have only 2 downs on this particular series to go. It's 3rd down and 7 from the 11-yard line. Something big has to happen here for Corbin in order for them to pull this game out. Uh-oh, well, that was very obvious right there.
Thank God they threw a penalty.
I think it was our right side moving before the snap of the ball.
Yeah, we moved, and I'm just as happy we did. It's going to put us down. We're still going to be able to maintain the 3rd down here, and that was a running play, and should they have stopped it over on that side, certainly the clock would have kept running and forced us into perhaps our last time out of the ball game.
So now it's back to the 16-yard line with 1:10 to go, and Kennedy to the left, Gilmore to the right. Reeves is in the backfield, and he's back there for blocking purposes, holding the player off. And now that's Gilmore running with the ball. Gilmore toward that corner. He'll go deep into Somerset territory. I don't know where the ball is. Can you tell, Bill?
I think he got the first down, Don, and he did get the first down. We're inside the 5-yard line, I believe. It'll be 1st and goal at about the 3 or 4.
Wow, dramatic ending again. Corbin blocked a field goal try over there to win, and now the clock is running with 57 seconds. 1st and goal from the 3. So it's right down to this. The fans are gathering in the end zone as Gilmore calls, and Gilmore will keep the football and dives in there. It's not good, I don't believe. The clock is still running. That's our problem now. 40 seconds, still running. Oh, my goodness. Well, the ball is very deep. We can't tell from our angle. 37 seconds to go before they get their final timeout. Well, it's on the line here at the 2-yard line. Corbin 2nd down and goal to go. 37 seconds remaining. Gilmore under. He calls. He runs. And Gilmore steps into the end zone for the score. He surprised me.
I want to tell you, Brian Gilmore took the world on his shoulders, and they've been giving him a hard time from Somerset this evening, the entire game. When they've sacked him, when they've hit him, they've always had something to say to him. Well, he had a little something to say to them then.
My worst fear is right now what has happened. It's a 2-point ball game. Now we have no choice. You got to get 2 points on this play after touchdown, or Somerset will just do what they did last year. Go out of here with the same score.
Well, I certainly, you and I know that there's never been a more critical play in a season than what there is right now. It's either do or it's die at 34 seconds to go in the ball game, and I just wonder what we're going to come up with. Did we have a timeout or did Somerset?
Somerset called the timeout, and so 34 seconds. Corbin must get the 2 points after score. The season is on the line from 3 yards out. The try for the 2 points after touchdown. 34 seconds to go. Oh, boy, did he get creamed. The pitch to Grigsby, and he didn't have a chance.
Never had a chance. As soon as he caught the football, they burst through the line. We didn't appear to block anybody, and they came through and sacked him right in his shoes, and it looks like another 2-point deficit.
We did it over at Somerset. We kicked an onside, Bill, but that is one of the most difficult things to do in football.
It certainly is, and even should we get it back, we're down to 30-something seconds to go, 34 seconds to go, Don. It'd be below 30, and we don't have any timeouts left. So, you know, even if we were able to get the football back, it's virtually an impossibility at this time, but at least we made another 2-point game out of it.
Yep. I'd kind of like to trade with them, though, and have that 2-point loss in the season rather than in the postgame. So it's going to take a miracle. That's all there is to it. We did kick an onside kick and recover it over at Somerset, but now we only have 34 seconds here. Even if you get the ball, you got to have the Hail Mary, and I'm not sure that we could do that again. So a lot of hands are up on that line of scrimmage, or rather up on the 35, and here comes Brad Rucker. Why did they stop him?
I don't know. I thought everything was kind of tense. They might have just wanted to loosen up a little bit.
This kind of makes you sick if we don't get the football and take it in, to lose by 2.
Well, yeah, it does. It's, but I think that there were so many places we could point to in this football game that we lost. We don't deserve to win this football game, Don.
Well, you look back at that touchdown that we had called back. Here we go. It must happen here. Oh, 10 yards, and they got it. Somerset got the ball. It didn't go 10 to start with, did it? All they'll have to do now is a couple of snaps, and Somerset's going to play Danville.
No couple of snaps, Don. One snap, and it's over.
The clock is running. It's down to 22, and Somerset goes on to win the championship of Region 4.
I can guarantee you one thing, Don. Next week, when they play Danville, you won't see Perkins and Jones doing that little 2-step.
The delay of game. The clock has run out, but it should not have, because it matters little, though. They have 4 downs to kill the clock. Well, our decision after the point after touchdown to start with was to put it in there and then possibly have the 1 point to win it with, but it didn't work either time, and consequently, Somerset has gained the victory.
Well, I feel like it down through the years, not just this year, but down through the years, we always have a tendency to wait until we have to open up the football game, and it's cost us a lot of ball games. It's cost us a lot of critical ball games, and this is just another one of them.
Well, there's no time on the scoreboard clock. I don't know what they're doing out there. 5 seconds left. All right, it's over. It should be over somewhere along right here. Somerset wins. Somerset wins 14-12. 4 straight games. The game's been decided by 2 points, and I don't think any odds makers would look at that and say that'll happen 4 straight times.
Certainly it's a good rivalry. I noticed the boys out here all shaking hands after the game's over, and good sportsmanship exhibited, and this is an excellent rivalry right at this point between Corbin and Somerset. They both have good football programs. It's just a shame that somebody's got to lose, but what's even more of a shame is that this evening it has to be us.
Basketball is next. Coach Billy Hicks has a team that's ranked #1 in the 13th region. We'll be telecasting a lot of those games for you here on Channel 19, but this is our final football telecast. All those sponsors you've seen on this year's replays, please patronize them and tell them how much you appreciate it. And I do appreciate Dale Johnson and Bill Crook for being alongside me throughout the year, and this is our 11th year of giving you the replays of Corbin Redhound football. It ends on a sad note, as it did last year. Same situation. Corbin loses by 2 to Somerset. Thank you for joining us tonight. Once again, the final score was Somerset 14 and Corbin 12. Good night, everybody.